Hello everyone, hope you're all doing good. So, today we are here to discuss the grade 8 maths. The chapter name is Expression and the Properties. You can find all the lessons from aplusstudent.com and you have to log in by using their email and the password that is provided by the administrator. So, here are the list of the chapters. So, you select the maths from the subject tab, then go to the grade 8 and there are the list of the chapters. So today we are going to cover the expression and the properties, and we discuss all these lessons. The first lesson today we discussed is write variable expression. The second lesson, that is write variable expressions from the diagram. The third one, write variable expressions word problems and evaluate one variable expression. So let's go to the first one, write the variable expressions. So here is the first chapter. So write an expressions from the operation described below. W is divided by 6. First of all, let me tell you what is the meaning of division. As we know all, if some numbers that are divided, okay, like for example, they are saying that divided, okay, that means, and here is 5 divided by 5 divided 4. What does it mean? It means that you are going to put 5 in the numerator and put 4 in the denominator. Okay, this is the meaning of 5 divided by 4. This is a one way. You can also write it down like this way. This is also the sign of division. And if they are saying that 5 multiply by 4, 5 is multiply 4, what does it mean? As we know that what is the sign of multiplication? This one. Okay, so if 5 is multiply with 4, you can write it down like that way. If they are saying that, like for example, some variables are multiply or some variables are divided, okay, so let's write like this way. If I'm going to say that this is some variable like W I'm using, W is divided by 10, okay, or something like using, yeah, that's, I think so, this is W is divided by 10. If I'm going to use this way, so how can we write it? W, that is in the numerator, is divided by 10. It's like here, divided by 10. So this is the answer of W is divided by 10. Let me just write, for example, X is divided by 4. So how can we write it? X is divided by 4, like this way. This is basically the expression things. We are going to write it like this way. Okay, now this is in the case of division. If I'm going to write it like some numbers are multiply, like for example, let's take some examples from here. W is divided by 6, so how can we write it? W by 6, as already write it down. Okay, subtract 3 from U. If there is a question like this way, subtract 3 from U. So this is simple meaning subtract 3. You are going to put 3 from U, like from U. Okay, if I'm going to say that subtract 5 from, or if I'm going to say that subtract, because we are going to write it down the equation, okay, subtract X from 10. So how can we write X from 10? Okay, now for example, let's just take some another example. Subtract 10 from P. So how can we write it down? We are just going to simply write down 10 from P like this way. Okay. Now this is the subtraction thing. Let's check another. Now here is addition. Addition are to basically the plus as well as addition. Both the things we are going to use for the addition. Plus as well as addition. So write an expression for the operation described below. 4 plus t. It's the simple thing. 4 plus t. So this is just 4. Then plus sign. This is the sign of addition. The plus sign with t. This is the expression. If I'm going to say that 3 plus x. So how can we write it down? 3 with plus sign x. Okay. Here is the subtraction. Subtract. Here is the, these are all the things. First is divided. First we're going to divide 5 divided by 4. Let's just put the first number in the numerator, second number as is in the denominator. Okay. W is divided by 10. You can also write it down like this way. Okay. Both the things are right. Then it's subtraction. Some subtract numbers, subtract x from that number. So you're just putting the first number here and from its subtraction sign and then the 10. Then two examples we're going to use from that. Subtract 10 from P. 10 from P. Then the plus thing we are doing 4 plus T, 3 plus X. Okay. Now let's do the multiplication. Let's check, is there any multiplication example? This is also the same thing for multiplication. Okay. Add A and 5. Okay. Then let's go to the test. Let's do some test questions. Write an expression for the operation described below, W divided by 6. So W, that you are going to write the first divided by 6. By 6 means like you are going to put W divided by 6. Okay. Not 6 by W. Okay. This shows that 6 is divided by W. So now here I'm going to choose with the first option and let's check, is it right? Yes, it's right. Write an expression for the operation described below. Add A and 5. It means that just simply addition of A and 5. So the first option is A plus 5. Second option is A minus 5. Here is subtraction is involved, but in the question there is no subtraction, there is no minus. Okay, only the addition. So addition is A plus 5. Let's 6 times W. What does it mean? The times thing. Times is basically the multiplication. Okay, times is basically the multiplication. 6 times W. Okay, sorry. So how can we write it down? 6 times W. 6 times means multiplication. If you are going to write it down like this way, it's all up to you. If you are going to write it down like this way, it's all up to you. 6 times W, this is also show the times, and 6 into W, this is also show the times. Okay, so first option is 6W, that is show the time. Second one is addition. Third one is subtraction. So we are going to move with the first option. Then let's check. This is right. Write an expression for the operation described below. Subtract 3 from U. So how can we write subtract 3 from U? First, it means that the first number is 3, then from U, then minus U. Let's check the first option, that is U minus 3. Is it right? Is it right? No. then 3 minus u, and then u plus 3. Which one is right? Think about it, you all. So we are going to move with which option? 3 from u. That one is second. Okay. I hope you guys understand this lesson. Now you all practice the lesson by yourself. Okay. The first lesson we cover, that is right variable expression, and I hope so you all clear. Now let's move to the second lesson, that is right variable expressions from the diagram. Okay. So look at here. Write an expression that represents the length of the green line combined like terms. So basically, length of the green line, that is equals to length of the black line. Both lines have same. Look, both lines are same basically. This is your black line, then this is your red line, let's suppose, or like green line. Okay. Black line, they are saying that half of this one is x, half of this one is x, and they are saying that write down the final length of red one. Okay. So how can we finding it out? We are just going to write first the two lengths equals together and then check it out. First I'm going to write it here. Length of red line, that is equals to length of black line. Okay. As we know, we are not going to write the length of the red line because no length is given, only the length of the black line is given. What is the length of the black line? First segment is x, other one is x. Okay. So this is x plus x because we're going to adding. Now when you're going to add how much of it, it's 2x because here is the expression, that is 1, and here is 1, so 1 plus 1 is 2x. So what is the length of the red line? This is 2x. Hope you guys understand this one. Let's do the next question, then you are more able to clear. Okay. There are the two basically lengths are given again. Let's draw. For example, the length of the blue line, we are going to finding it out the length of this line, and the length of orange line is given. Okay. And this length is given in the form of segments, like from this to this is h, from this to this is h, then here it's 2h, and then it's again h. Okay. So first we are going to write length of blue line, so now same thing, length of blue line, that is equal, because both are same, length of orange line. Okay. Blue line length is not given. What is the length of orange line? That is in the form of segment h, this is h, 2h, and h. Okay, all of it. So let's add h plus h plus 2h plus h. Okay. Then we are going to write here is 1h, it means here is also 1h, it means here is also 1h, it means we are going to add the basically constants with constants, like the numbers with numbers. 1 plus 1, that is 2, 2 plus 2 is 4, 4 plus 1 is 5. So it is 5 and h is it is. So what is the length of basically blue line? That is 5h. You understand? These are basically the two questions we are doing. Let's do one more for that. Okay. Let's take some another. Yeah, like this way. Okay. For example, there are the two lines. First one is the black line and second one is the green line. Now the black line is given and we're going to find the green line. Black line is V, this one is V, this one is 2 and that one is 3. Let's suppose. Okay. So how can we write down? First of all, we're going to write down length of green line, that is equals to length of black line. So what is the length of the black line? That is V plus 2 plus 3. So what's the answer? We are not going to add V is still the same, just addition of 2 plus 3. Okay, so 2 plus 3 is 5. So the length of the line is V plus 5. So we're saying that this is V plus 5. Okay. All right, let's do some test questions for that. So this is write an expression that represents the length of the green line, combine like terms. They are saying that black line is given, which is V and 13, and length of green line is not given. So we are just simply addition. So it's V plus 13. So which option is V plus 13? So we are going with the option B, that is V plus 13. Okay, so write an expression that represents the length of the green line. Again, the same thing. Black line is given, which is 3D plus 2D. Okay, so how can we write 3D plus 2D? Look, this is 3D plus 2D. These are addition. So 3 plus 2 is 5 and D as it is. Okay, so which one answer? Answer is B option. Let's move. Write an expression that represents the length of the green line. Again, that is D plus 14. Simply think just addition. So here, write an expression that represent the line of the length of the green line, combine like terms. So here is Q and 2Q. So how can we write? As we know that this is Q plus 2Q. It means that here is 1Q. So 1 plus 2 is 3 and Q as it is. Okay, so the answer is 3Q. So the answer is 3Q. Okay. So write an expression that represents the length of the green line, combine like terms U and here is also U. So this is 1U, that is 1U. 1 plus 1, 2U. Hope you guys also understand this one. Then let's move to the so now we are going to cover right variable expression word problems. Okay. So look at here a question. Dina earned E extra credit points Grayson earned 9 fewer extra credits points than Dina. How much the extra credits? 9 fewer than. Okay? 9 fewer extra credits. Choose the expression that shows how many extra credits point the Grayson earned. Basically, Grayson earned 9 fewer extra credits. What is the meaning of fewer? That means the less. If they are using the word less, they are using the word fewer, they are using the word subtraction, they are using the word minus. It means this expression, this sign you are going to put. Here they are saying that Grayson added 9 fewer than Dina. And Dina is basically E. So E is representing Dina. And how much the fewer? That is 9 is fewer than Dina. So we are saying that Grayson earned 9 fewer extra than Dina. So that is Dina is basically E. So E minus 9. Okay. This is all about. So Gabby has 21 buttons. How much? 21. Brenna has B more buttons than Dabby. B more. Like how much more? It's more like addition. First of all, let's write how much the Dabby has buttons. It's 21. And how much the Dina? Dina is basically B more than buttons. B more than. Okay, then Dabby. So choose the expression that shows how many buttons. So this is 21 plus B because 21 is Dabby buttons. Okay, and Brina has B more than Dabby. So it's B more than Dabby. So this is your Dabby and that is Brina. So Brina is B more than. So we can say that B more than Dabby. More is basically plus expression. We are going to write it here. Okay. If for example they are saying that basically Dabby has 31 buttons and Brina has X more than Dabby. So it's basically X more than Dabby. This is Brina. Okay. And this is Dabby. So your Brina is X more than Dabby. And if they are saying that, like here some numbers, like Brina has 12 more than Dabby. So what does it mean? Dabby, and in place of this X, we are going to write 12. Okay, 12 more than Dabby. This is basically the thing we are doing. Now let's do the next question. Relay planted T fewer trees than camel. Okay, how much? T fewer than camel. Camel planted 92 trees. Total basically trees is 92. And how much the relay planted? Fewer. T is fewer than that. So now you are going to subtract 92 over that number, over the T. So choose the expression that shows how many trees the relay planted. So it's 92 trees, that is T fewer than camel. Okay. So we are going to write like this way. I'm going to open. How much basically the relay planted? T, that they are saying that fewer than camel. And how much the camel planted? 92 trees. 92 trees. Okay. So first we're going to put 92 trees. T fewer than camel. These are the camel trees. T fewer than camels. So this is a basically the relay and that is the camel. And relay is T fewer than camel. And how much the camel? That is 92 trees. You understand? This is the meaning of fewer. If they're the word fewer they are using, that means the subtraction from that number. Okay, let's do another question. They're saying that if, for example, now you are going to try some pattern, okay, like when you are going to put t is 2, okay, so let me just put t2, like t is equals to 2. So what we do, we're just putting in place of this t that value of 2. So here we are going to put 2. So 92 minus 2 is 90. If I'm going to say that t is equals to 4, so you are going to put in place of this t 4. So 92 minus 4. What is the answer? Okay. If I'm going to say that t is equals to 6, so you are just in that case putting it here 6. Okay. In that way, we are going to move it. All that numbers. Like t is equals to 2, t is equals to 4, t is equals to 6. Just putting in place of this t that values. That's it. Alright. Now let's do some test questions for that. Max has trading 45 trading cards. 45 total cards are 45. Okay. And Eric has T more trading cards than Max. Now it's more. What is the meaning of more? That is simply addition. As we know that it's simply addition. Okay. When they are saying that more. So choose the expression that shows how many trading cards Eric has. So it's Max has total 45, and then how much the Eric more, that is T. So we are going to add both the numbers. 45 more than, it means addition, that is T. So 45 plus T. Okay, let's move with the first option. Okay, this is the same as we already done. Dina earned E extra credit points. How much? E extra. Grayson earned 9 fewer extra credit points than Dina. Now it's fewer than Dina. So it means that first we write the Dina and then we just write the Grayson points, which is less than. Less means fewer, means subtraction. So E minus 9. We are going to move with the subtraction one because here they are using the word fewer. If they are using the word fewer, less, it means subtraction. If they are using the word more, that means addition. Dave earned B bonus point. Wilson earned 44 more bonus point than Dave. It's again more. First we write the Dave points, then we write the Wilson points, and then we check if there is more or less. More thing, we add it. Let's check, is there any addition one? You guys think about it. Which one is the option? Option A, B, or C? Think about it. Dave earned B bonus point. Then Wilson earned 44 more bonus point than Dave. It's more they are using. So the plus one. Then first you write the Dave points. Then you write the Wilson points. And then here they are using the word more. Just addition. So which one is the addition? Option B. So we are going to move with option B. Let's check. This is right. Okay. Relay planted T fewer trees than Camel. Camel planted 92 trees. Already done that one. But let's explain again. Relay planted T fewer trees than Camel. Relay is basically fewer than Camel. Camel trees are how much? 92. So 92 is the first, and then fewer than t. T is the second, and the word they are using here, fewer. What does it mean? It means again subtraction. So which one is the subtraction one? Check it out. So this is 92 minus t. Okay. Now I hope you guys understand this lesson as well. So we covered the first lesson, right variable expression, then second lesson, write variable expressions from the diagram, then third lesson, that is write variable expressions word problems. Now we are going to discuss the evaluate one variable expressions. Okay, so what is the meaning of evaluate the expressions? For example, if some values are given, like if they are saying that x is equals to 5, then finding it out, 6 plus x is equals to which one? So what we do, we are going to simply, in place of this x, putting that value. Okay, in place of this x, putting this value. So here is 6 as it is, plus sign as it is. In place of this x, I'm going to put 5. So 6 plus 5. What is the answer of 6 plus 5? That is 11. So this is 11. Okay, let's do one more questions. All right. For example, let's do one more question. If p is equals to 10, what is 13 minus p? So what's the answer for that? Simply just putting in place of this p is 10. So 13 minus 10. What is the answer of 13 minus 10? That is 3. So here is 3. If there is addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, doesn't matter. You just simply put the value in place of that variable. Okay. For example, let me write it here. If m is equals to 10, what's the answer for 4m plus 1? Okay, what we do, we are simply putting this value of 10 in place of this m. Just put 4 in place of m. I'm going to put 10 plus 1. Okay, 4 times 10, here is multiplication. Okay, these are multiplication. If two numbers are written like this way, there is no sign between them. For example, here is 4s, 4x, 4p. It means these are multiply. Okay, so here is just simply a multiplication. That is 4 times 10 is 40, plus as it is 1 as it is. 40 plus 1 is 41. So here is our answer. All right, let's do one more question. For example, if I'm going to say if x is equals to 3, finding it out 4x. What does it mean now? Just simply multiply 4 with x. 4 with x. What is x? That is 3 times 3. You're going to write like this way or like this way. So 4 times 3 is 12. So this is the answer. Let's check some another. Okay, I'm going to write it here some questions. Okay, for example, if they are saying that value of q, if they are given like w is 10 and your expression is 6 plus w, so what's the answer? I'm going to write it here are two questions, then you guys also solve it on your notebooks. And x is equals to 5, so okay, you guys also solve it on your notebooks and then tell me what's the answer for that. Do it all. Let me also solve. Okay, 6 plus in place of w we are going to put 10, so 6 plus 10 is 16. My answer is 16. Now 5x, what's the answer for that? In place of x you're putting 5, so 5 times 5 is, it's just a multiplication, so 5 times 5 is 25, so here it's 25. Okay, now let's do some test questions for that. Our expression y is equal to 2 and here is 7y. Y is equals to 2 and the question is 7y. Okay, so 7 and in place of this y we are going to put 2. So 7 times 2 is, it's just simply multiplication. I already explained if there is no sign between the two numbers, like if there is one number is variable and one number is expression, sorry, one number is like a number is like 7, 5, 4, so these both numbers are multiply. Okay, so 7 times 2 is 14. Okay, is there any option for 14? Yes, the first one. Let's move with it. Evaluate the expression for p is equals to 2 and 5p. It's the same thing. You guys solve it and then tell me. P is equals to 2 and here is 5 and p. What's the answer? Solve it on your notebooks. Hurry up. Just simply putting in place of the p, you're going to put 2 and then multiplication. So it's 5. In place of p, I'm putting 2. 5 times 2 is 10. So what's the answer? That is 10. My answer is 10. Okay. W is given and here is W plus 7. W is given and then this is your question. So what's the answer for that? In place of W you are going to put simply this 7. I'm putting this 7 in place of this W, then plus 7. 7 plus 7 is 14. So here is my answer, that is 14. Let's check, is there any answer 14? Yes. There are two options for 14 here. So if you put B or C, it's all up to you. Evaluate the expression for p is equals to 6. It's the same thing. You guys solve it and then tell me the answer. Putting 6 in place of p, simply adding 14 plus 6, and then what's the answer? 14 plus 6 is, it's 20. So just put it here, move with the option A, that is 20. Evaluate the expression s is equals to 4. Here s is given, s is equals to 4, and your question is 6 minus s, that is equals to, what's the answer? What does it mean? It's here the subtraction. Simple thing, 6 as it is, minus as it is, in place of this s we are putting 4. So 6 minus 4 is 2. So here the answer is 2. Okay, so that one. We are going to move with the first option. Alright, evaluate the expression for v is equals to 1 and it's 2v. Now the v is 1 and the question is 2v. It's simply, in place of 2, in place of v we are putting 1. 2 times 1 is 2. So here is 2. Okay, so it's 2. Evaluate the expression for q is equals to 2 and here is 6q. It's again multiplication. In place of q we are going to put 2. So q is given, that is 2, and what's the question? That is 6q. 6q. It's 6q. Yeah. So 6 as it is, in place of q I'm putting 2. So 6 times 2 is 12. Okay, let's move with the option 12. Evaluate the expression for j is equals to 7. Let's write, it's j is equals to 7 and here is 11 minus j. Okay, so just simply putting the value 11 as it is, minus, in place of j we are going to put 7. So 11 minus 7 is, that is 4. 4. Okay, let's check any option for 4. Yes, it's here. All right, let's solve only this one. Then the rest of the question you all solve it by yourself. Evaluate the expression for s is equals to 2 and here is 2s. What does it mean? It's just simply multiplication. In place of s you are going to put 2 and then 2 times 2 is 4. So here is the 4. Hope you guys understand this lesson as well. Mostly we are covered all the basically test questions as well. So today we discuss the chapter expression and properties, grade 8 maths, and here we are covered the first 4 lesson. These one, write expression, write variable expressions, write variable expressions from the diagram, write variable expressions word problem, and the fourth one, evaluate one variable expressions. Hope you guys understand all the lessons, but if you still have any question related to all these topics, all these lessons, then you can contact on the Skype. Tutors are available from Monday to Friday, 5 to 9 p.m. And for now, have a good day, you all. Bye.